So Eris, does this relate to Nietzsche at all?
You actually don't get it?
I mean, I sort of get where you're going, but I feel like some of your...
Can she finish first?
You run into conformity and you whine about boredom, yet have you ever thought the enjoyment of life comes in using oneself up in the face of death when you have certainty of yourself and your goals and your desires? That was Sterner 283, everyone. Sterner 283. Instead of asking, what am I called to? What ought I to do? Maybe you should create your own calling under your own power in favor of your enjoyment of life. That's Sterner 289 to New 93. Do you do what you like? Do you do what you want? How weak your wills? How feeble your sense of destiny? Do you even know Colo, the giant cat that smells like cupcakes? You are unknown to yourselves, you knowers, and for good reason. You have never sought yourself. How then should it happen that you find yourselves one day? As for the rest of life, the so-called experiences, who of you even has enough seriousness for them, or enough time? In such matters, I'm afraid you were never really with it. You just don't have the heart, or even the ear. You remain of necessity strangers to yourselves. You do not understand yourselves. You must mistake yourselves. For you, the maxim reads to all eternity, each is furthest from themselves. With respect to yourselves, you are not knowers. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking you. You're cool. Especially you.
Sweet.
So, what's up with your great style? You have really great style. I get that shirt. Gmail.com? Cool, dude. Okay, new idea. Imagine a world where everything is just trying to crush you down into nothing, and death is smashing you in the face like a big old metaphysical brick. Imagine if everything is struggling to empower itself in order to defend itself and its goals, and if each thing is crushing everything else down by extension in an ever-shifting equilibrium. Imagine you can only do what you want when you have enough power, and that might gives you the right to do something. And imagine everything you will ever achieve will seem joyless, except the activity of setting more and more goals and trying to achieve them. And imagine that the achievement itself is always joyless. This is your life! Life itself is essentially appropriation, injury, overpowering of the strange and weaker, suppression, severity, imposition of one's own forms, incorporation, and at least, by mildness, exploitation. But why should one always have to enjoy precisely these words, which have been stamped with a slanderous intention? Life is will to power. Think about this. Life is will to power, and the will to power is like a hermeneutic circle of shit. It's like a deep dish pizza, made of shit. Oh, that's tight, you're thinking. That's a great sentence. And the only freedom you have is imposing your own understanding on the world or choosing not to. And the only enjoyment you'll ever have is the undertaking of an attempt to impose that understanding on the world. Everything reaches out to tell you what you should be, and yet you still have the opportunity to build your own destiny out of the shattered definitions and meanings that exist around you in the search and construction of a joy. It is your will that allows for the possibility of an assertion of your own morality, ontology, and metaphysic against a competing ontology, morality, and metaphysic. This is a will that can be forged because we exist towards death, which when understood in anticipation by our conscience, allows for the possibility that we can acquire power over our own selves, disperse that which conceals ourselves, and become a destiny. In wanting to reveal and keep our own death in mind, we are forced into action against our shattering existences. This action takes the form of choosing a path towards death from amongst the possibilities that are disclosed to us along our horizon of being. The choice to do as one wills brings with it not only anxiety and the withdrawal of meaning from the world, but also a joy in existing. In destining and choosing our own path, we become free from gossip and small talk and the leveling down of possibility under the circumstances of the everyday. Do you get what I'm saying? You actually can have fun being alive if you set out with a goal that is not given but is constructed and try to achieve it against the face of the world. Okay. So let's wrap. Who in here knows who they are? Can you tell yourself apart from other people? You. Who are you? Yeah.
I hate
create goals and dreams and follow them. Seems like most of you are too busy hanging out and socializing, philosophizing, and masturbating. Let me tell you something. Being with one another dissolves one's own being completely into the kind of being of the others. In such a way, indeed, that the others, as distinguishable and explicit, vanish more and more. And this inconspicuousness and unascertainability, the real dictatorship of man is unfolded. We take pleasure and enjoy ourselves as they take pleasure. We read, see, and judge about literature and art as they see and judge. Likewise, we shrink back from the great mass as they shrink back. We find shocking what they find shocking. Man, which is nothing definite, and which you all are, though not as the sum, prescribes a kind of being of everydayness. You run from yourselves into the everyday and the present because you fear the future and death. You fear being the only thing that can prop up meaning because all can be destroyed by the end of your life, and no one can die your death for you. You are going to die, so you run to tranquility, to the herd that is marching towards death. You are supposed to wear that. You are supposed to go to university, to have a family, or a sexy time, or whatever. Think about it. Are you for reeling yourself, or are you dead inside? Are you trying to do what you should, or are you trying to do what you want? Are you trying to do what you love in order to say that you're actually enjoying your time here? If your answer is yes, I don't believe you. You are still under the sway of religion and politics, and you find yourself at the standpoint of should. You should become this and that, should be so and so, but whatever I am, whether I am in the right or whether or not, there is no judge but myself. Others can judge only whether they endorse my right, and whether it exists as a right for them too. No one has any business to command my actions, to say which course I shall pursue, and set up a code to govern it. I must put up with the one that treats me as enemy, but never allow them to make free with me as their creature, and make their reason, or even unreason, my plumb line. Because you know what? I know who I am, and what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying trying to do that. And I trust the only person left to trust, the same person that you do. But really, who am I? I'm anyone I can get away with being. I'll take their clothes and put their boots on and get the hell out of here and walk on down the road and be a hobo. If I had a good chance. I don't like killing. I don't like trees. I don't eat animals. I don't like killing. But I'll kill, just like anybody else can. So am I a bitch, a homosexual, a punk, or in other words, am I macho, a boo-goo, or Clinton, or am I all things to all people in all ways? Am I their death if they seek it too closely? Am I their judgment if they find harshness in themselves? Am I their benefactor? Okay, that was heavy. What the fuck is the psycho training even talking about? Let's remember, weed makes you a peaceful person. Blaze it, 420. Am I right? Am I right? But really, I'm calling you all weak. You're like trying to roll a blunt when you have no weed. I bet your friends call you the doper. If you were all stronger, you'd probably actually enjoy yourself, or even just thinking about yourselves as stronger could help you enjoy yourselves a little more. Nietzsche has a joke, and it goes like this. Why so hard? The charcoal once said to the diamond. For are we not close relations? Why so soft, O my friends? Thus I ask you, for are we not friends? Why so soft, so unresisting and yielding? Why is there so much denial and abnegation in your hearts? So little destiny in your glances? And if you will not be destinies, if you will not be inexorable, how can you conquer with me? And if your hardness will not flash and cut to pieces, how can you one day create with me? For creators are hard, and it must seem bliss to you to press your hand upon millennia as upon wax. Bliss to write upon the will of millennia as upon metal, harder than metal, nobler than metal. Only the noblest is perfectly hard. That's right, the tranny said, become hard. Get it? Dick Girl 69. You all choose Toilets R Us. You are guaranteed to pay half the price for the same brand of performance that our competitors offer. We also give the longest warranty, which is a 2-year warranty on all high-efficiency toilets we install. Are you a murderer, Alex? Because your victim has died. like this too much. So now I tell you to take the reins of your own density. Let's talk about this in a different way. I'll break this down to a quick run through of the history of philosophy. Well, most of you don't put any emphasis on history because your books are full of bullshit. Your history books are full of bullshit. Most of your books are full of bullshit. You're all Neoplatonic. You think everyone has the same needs and wants and desires and dream, and that we're all human. You'll walk around and say, yeah, this is me, baby, or this is me, Rubu, but that ain't you. It's just a carbon copy reflection. Where do you get your ideas and concepts from? Do you think they're a good source? Who are your heroes? Who are you play acting? We all have the opportunity of looking at this world and choosing what we want to do unto our death. And you people are fucking boring me! You make me want to kill myself and beat up the Beatles because I fucking hate the Beatles! I bid you to lose yourself, to lose me and find yourselves, and only when you have denied me will I return to you.
Smoke break?
Wait. Discussion questions. One, are you free? Two, are you really free? Three, are you really free? Enjoy your degrees.
But Eris, you didn't even define what freedom is. I feel like you misconstrued some of Nietzsche's ideas. It's not all relative.
It is all relative to an individual's perspective, right? Like it's not.
There's a difference between perspectivism and moral relativism.
The perspectivism is relative to perspective, right? And I think I was right now.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, take a break and we'll come back and do Beyond Good and Evil. I have to go to the microwave. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you should comment on Facebook.
Oh, sorry.
The hell? I'm gonna take a point away from it. Oh, thanks. I got it at some cheap store and snapped it. It was like $4. Remind me never to buy cheap things again, though. Lesson learned today.
This gets from Asia again?
Everyone's leaving.
Damn it!
That was really great.
Damn it!
Hold on, you broke up when you said that again.
How was your day, boy?
Pretty good. Got work done? Busy?
Oh.
Thank
Not
you.
staying?